So Aries Spears, they said that he don't have no soul. They said he's soulless.
Why?
They said it came right out of his little black little eyes. Like that's why he got little black raccoon eyes, because he don't have no soul.
Nobody's.
And you can see.
Aries Spears just ruined the last shred of respect he still had left in this industry. He just got out of that really huge scandal that involved children.
Oh yeah, that's what And the Tiffany Haddish.
We're not going to touch bases with
in
that.
the pool.
Yeah.
We can't say due to monetization purposes, but he just managed to dig himself out of that hole. And he's already digging himself back into another hole by essentially admitting to being the worst type of person openly.
See them eyes?
I see the raccoon syndrome. That's got to be from something. Maybe he diabetic or something.
Maybe it's a mask. Maybe he's like Batman.
No goddamn mask. Like swiper, no swiping.
Yeah, like those kind of man. One of those painted on the eye mask.
That's painted. That's paint.
Like Sting. Remember Sting? Remember the Ultimate Warrior?
Son, let the spin, man.
And proudly on a really huge podcast called Tiger Belly. Aries is well known in the urban community, so when
we tried to watch that, we didn't have the patience.
You get a chance to go on a platform like Tiger Belly, where you get to cross over and show your best trait and put your best foot forward. You don't squander that opportunity, which Aries Spears did. Aries Spears, during this podcast, it was a slow burn. The crash out was a slow burn. He started off just simply exhibiting that he was a normally bad person, not truly despicable, but just bad. And then by the end of the podcast, everyone was thinking Aries Spears is a despicably horrible person. Okay. The crash out was a slow burn. It got progressively worse the more he talked. Now, the crash out started when all the hosts on the platform, who are all 40 plus, by the way, including Aries Spears, when they began to discuss what brings them joy in life, their purpose in life, meaningful happiness, things of substance, and they all talked about the various things that brought them joy. Now, Aries Spears, who's also 40 plus years old, showed very quickly that this conversation was above him, that he either don't possess the intellect or the maturity to really contribute to this conversation.
I don't want to be that guy to shit on what y'all saying, because I get where you're coming from. But that...
Wait, what did she say?
About...
In a nutshell, tell me. I don't think you get it.
No, I absolutely get it. I hear it.
Well, tell me what it is.
About being satisfied within your own journey, and this is what your journey is. And
hallelujah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, that sounds good.
No, it doesn't sound good. It is good. She's living that.
Yeah. What is missing? What do you want? Because I know you have money. I saw what you rolled up in. I'm driving a Fiat from 2011.
And I'm driving a fucking model Chevy motherfucker. Roll your windows up, bitch.
Quick sidebar. As I ain't even gonna say black people, because evidently this white woman just blew this theory out of the water.
Right.
A lot of times people judge you by what you drive.
Right.
That has no merit. That's not valid. You know what I mean? Because you could drive a Maybach and be broke as hell.
Sure.
You could drive a Prius, or like she said, a little Fiat, and have a nice little piece of change and have some equity and property, and still have some money. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't. We as a people, I think we get off on that, and especially in the black community. I can't speak for nowhere else, but black folks, a lot of times we judge people by the type of car they drive. You got a nice car, like, oh man, you get money. That don't mean nothing.
I think she meant that at very least your needs are met.
I don't know what she meant. She said, I saw what you rolled up in. Like that's in.
So she
a clear disclaimer, like he getting money or something like that, or he got money.
What she said is, she said, so what is it that you want?
Right.
Because I see what you rolled up in. Now, a person could take it like this. If you got this whip, I know you at least got a nice home to live in.
Right.
Why are you not happy with? But what I'm saying is, but the deeper question is about what's gonna make you happy.
Fair enough. Right. That's what they're going with.
That's what they're going with. They say, what's gonna make you happy?
What the fuck are you talking about? Where you from? Where you come from?
Where you
live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Don't tell me shit. I'm happier than a mother with a mansion. Don't tell me shit about your life.
I want to be the motherfucking mansion.
No.
Why? What? How many roles do you need?
It's just always been my dream since a kid that I want to be that dude. I want to be as big as Kevin Hart.
But you are that dude. My thing is,
in terms of talent and ability.
Right, but
my pockets don't show that.
But you know what? Your equation, I get it. But your equation you'll never be satisfied. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
That's how he got into a fight on the Corey Holcomb show.
What they was right. That part I don't. Although I did see it. What was the beef about?
The beef was him and Zoe Williams. He was talking about his Mount Rushmore of top comedians, and then he didn't make any derogatory remarks. What he said is, "I do anything. I do," and that kind of put a sour taste in Zoe's mouth. You can tell from that point on, the conversation kind of went downhill when he was like, "Man, I do
that's
anything."
what them is against.
Right. They're like, "Yo, you know, you're talented. Yeah, you're a talented dude. You'll sell your ass. But I do it." Basically, that's what you're saying.
And they like,
and then he was.
You're not my type of nigga.
Right. He in there drinking. He don't really know Zoe, so he giving him hand gestures. Zoe's like,
he already like, I don't like.
Right. They told him like, "Man, shut the fuck up." Zoe was like, "Look, man, I don't know you like that. Don't talk to me like that." I guess he thinking they cool.
We cool, right?
He don't even know the man, right? Yeah, so the man was like, "Yo, check this out." He said, "Man, you not even drinking. You see, I'm a sound mind, and I'll beat your ass in here." That's when it got out of control. But
who whines and complain about his issues because he wants to be the center of attention and he wants people to give him input. Imagine that time you've been at a function or somewhere, bro, and this one dude is like the center of attention, and it's just a bunch of people giving him input and advice. And he said, "Yeah, but..."
That's the vibe he wants. You're great, Aries. Come on, man. You can do it. You're just as good as Kevin Hart.
Oh, you think that's what he's striving for?
Anybody who talks like that, that's what they want. Because you can't put them on. You're not. Why are you complaining to me, nigga? Fuck, I ain't the movie producer, nigga.
Right.
The fuck?
Right.
Buddhism, right? Those dudes, I don't come around. I don't invite nowhere. Him and Vlad started a podcast together. That didn't work out. Aries Spears is his own worst nightmare. But when you are 40 plus years old, I believe when you are a man with wife and kids and somebody asks you what brings you happiness, what brings substance, I feel like your wife and kids is supposed to be the first answer. You don't start crying about the careers of Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle and start saying,
Aries Spears got a wife and kids?
Never heard of him, right?
Never heard. I ain't never heard.
That's why his eyes so black. I'm telling you.
No, that's what Flacco, man. We got to check what Flacco putting out there, man. I don't know if
you think that's inaccurate. Oh, yeah, we did have that one time that we was wrong. Something Flacco said. I can't remember what it was, but, we're not the real news. Don't listen to us. Allegedly. Everything is alleged. I mean, listen to us. Listen to us. Please, hold. Don't go. One. Don't go nowhere. Listen to us, but just allegedly.
Sure.
Just allegedly listen to us. All right, here we go.
Hey, bro, I want to, bro, like, it's unfair. They have this, bro,
spit it out, Flacco.
Adults are talking, bro, and the adults are really trying to school him as to, bro, you're living life the wrong way, bro. Like, you have bigger things to focus on instead of worrying about the careers of Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart.
I'm gonna be real.
Hold on.
No.
What's the number?
Stop.
What's the number?
Your
What's the
equation
satisfaction
will
number?
never be satisfied. Why? Because some other mother come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And there's some other mother and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're gonna get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want.
Wait a minute.
But not what's in your present space.
No, listen, I hear you, but what I'm just saying is, when I go to comedy clubs, and listen, I'm not saying this is me saying this. I'm telling you what people have said to me. And they go, "Yo, man, you one of the GOATs. Yo, you a legend." And I go in my mind, no, stop. Eddie Murphy's a legend. Richard Pryor is a legend.
Right.
Right, take it easy.
You stop. No, and the reason that shut you off is because if they tell you that, shut the fuck, listen to what they're saying and accept it.
Well, I do kind of.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you want. That kind of.
That's what he wants.
You are great. Just you know.
But you always have
I see it.
because you always have some shit after that to say no, that's not yours. Hey, but
what I'm saying is, it's hard for me when I hear that and they go, "Yo, you top 5, you up there with Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle," and I'm just going,
Yeah.
If my talent is that,
Aries,
then why?
Aries.
Aries, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If tomorrow you got that mansion and that big bag of cash, you think a switch is just going to flip on for you and that you'll automatically be, this is what I deserve and I'm a happy man today. If tomorrow that happened for you.
From that aspect of having it?
Let's say you said, okay, you want your flowers, you're the GOAT, you dreamt of this mansion your whole life.
Yeah.
If by
They keep saying mansion.
midnight you move into that mansion of your dreams and you get everything you've ever dreamt about, the money, the bag, the mansion, whatever it is, do you think that you could sit there and be like, okay, I got it, I am fulfilled, I am happy?
You think your eyes would be unblack?
Man, why you
You
keep
go back to regular
Yo,
eyes.
leave the dude alone, man.
Like
Maybe
the Hulk
something.
turn your back.
Maybe
You
it's
think
condition or something, man.
He
We
go
don't
back down. You know how the Hawk get ungreen, but
gamma rays well.
his eyes are just soaked back into his.
This is where Aries Spears exhibits. He's truly a one-of-a-kind POS, bruh. What he says left them white folks' jaws open. Well, white folks left their jaws open, bruh. They couldn't believe it, bruh. Yo, what Aries Spears says had these folks gasping for air, bruh.
Was that a legitimate hiccup? I think it was a legitimate hiccup, and he just remixed it
He remixed the hiccup.
into the.
I've never heard
the
that
words.
before.
Aries Spears brought the Igaboo Pookie activities to an established, civilized platform. So Aries Spears is here sitting talking about how a mansion would cure all of his problems, right? Whole time, Aries Spears would admit to being quite possibly the worst possible thing you could be in terms of a parent.
I would be happy if I got that plus the things that really matter.
What are the things that really matter?
I'm not a great father to my kids.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
God,
getting
my
somewhere.
heart just exploded.
So I want to tighten up my relationship with my son.
Oof, do that and maybe the
Son
mansion.
30. Your son 30. How you gonna tighten that up?
Say F them kids. I'm trying to get $1 million.
Try and get to this
Ain't a
bag.
mansion out
Look,
here.
man, look, get in the bag, man. Ride the bus. Like, in a Bentley, your son on a. It's not right, man.
That's not right at all.
Yeah, it's not.
Tell you he got a little black soul. That's why his eyes.
His
so
son
black.
got the eyes.
No, his son still look regular.
He don't look regular.
No,
He got the mask.
no, fuck
Got
no.
the Kato
Well,
mask.
follow.
And as much as I love the woman who I want to marry for the third time, I cheat. I fuck women.
Yeah.
So I have a problem.
So
with
you have holes in your body
Yeah.
that not a mansion or a bag of
Well-
cash will ever fill.
Well, Aries, you too old for this, bro. Yo, you're too old. First off, what does admitting this do for you?
Right.
Right.
What? Nigga, this guy.
It's a podcast, nigga.
I guess he called himself,
And this
airing his truth.
Right, and this is a huge podcast. This could and this is what I mean. Like, this is part of the road to your mansion. You be funny on this show. Now
Be
you've
right.
adopted a whole bunch of new audience members.
Yeah, they hate you.
Right now, that's what I'm saying.
They don't
But
buy.
just think how I'm sure that same attitude has contributed to. I know, put it like this.
Right.
In my
okay.
life, I know not having the proper attitude has contributed to me not getting things that I may have possibly wanted or desired or felt like I was working towards.
Okay.
If I would have, this is an opportunity. He
Right.
could get a big boost off of this
And he
platform.
shot it down. He just shot a hole in the boat.
Wow.
He just shot a hole in the boat.
Complaining about boats.
Right.
Complaining you not on the big boat.
Right. And you were talking about your son and a better relationship with your son, cheating on you late.
It's
Why?
everybody's least favorite episode. When people talk about the podcast, you could have been a killer. You could have been like, who is that guy, man? I heard about him the first time on this show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that attitude has carried on to tons of different things. And now, you never got what was promised to.
So now we see.
What does coming on this platform with a brand new audience who probably aren't that familiar with you, what does coming on this platform telling them folks, I'm vain, I want a mansion, and that's going to cure my issues. Oh, by the way, I'm a terrible father and I cheat on my wife all the time.
What? Well, I mean,
Please come to my show.
Yeah, that's the skivvies of it.
And the crazy shit is like, at least he didn't have a joke for it.
I don't think he was joking.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is like,
I
for
think
instance,
he's
Corey says terrible things like that all the time.
Yeah, but he said it in a joking
He said it in
manner.
a joking way. So at very least, stay on your grind. You know, but no, it's just
What? You are this. It's so despicable because he actually had the nerve to say, but he said it in a way where he was like proud of, he thinks it's a joke. He thinks.
all right, now I'm about to pull back and stand up for the comedian in him. I would bet that Aries has a joke that works for him that addresses that issue.
He ain't use it.
And instead of delivering a joke, he just delivered the idea and it's raw form. Yeah, nakedness. Naked form. Yeah. I think
that wasn't an alley.
Yeah.
If it was, well, let's hear the joke.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I'm willing to bet. You understand? Just wondering.
I don't.
Just thinking how you think you think I was just spitting it out.
He just spit it out, no filter. He amongst his peers, he amongst his so-called friends.
Fuck about them kids.
Yeah, I guess
basically
he did say that. No,
what's his name?
Little Aries.
Right. I'm saying that's what people did. Who?
He's supposed to be my boy.
What makes me happy? Money, more money,
right. and a mansion.
So that's kind of crazy. Let's let Flacco wrap it up for us.
Being 40 plus years old, being a proud bad father, and a man who cheats on his wife, he thinks this is like something to laugh and joke about. You're on a podcast talking about a mansion and more money will fill you up inside, when the whole time you're being a terrible father. And these are not things that are out of like his grip. No, like he's still with the woman who birthed his kids. Like it's not like the baby mom.
Why you say it like that, man?
Because the nigga. So you mean you in the house with the little niggas? And you still a bad father? Like you just
he'd be touring, son. He'd be on the road.
Right. And he get home, I don't want to see them.
Yeah, just don't speak to me, please.
Right. I
got my pen and pad. I'm trying to write these.
I'm trying to write that nigga in the back, drinking, smoking.
we don't. Is keeping the kids from him. No, he's still with her. Right? Or I would imagine he's still with her. Right? I'm not entirely sure on that. But he's saying, I'm a bad father. When you say I'm a bad father, that's a choice. That's something that you are doing. You're waking up every day and choosing to be a bad father. You're choosing to cheat on your wife all the time. And when you acknowledge that you have like that big of a hole in you morally, and then you come on a podcast and tell these folks all you're wishing for is a mansion, bro, they look at you like, bro, you are the biggest fool in the world. And the fact that you admit that to them, they about to get on his behind.
But that's how a lot of people feel, and they don't want to be honest about it. A lot of people feel like that.
So you respect his honesty?
I mean,
you respect his honesty. So, it's like, that's a gutsy move on his part.
No, what I'll say is honesty is respectable.
Okay, fair enough. Respect.
But
at what time? With your time, your timing here is terrible, my friend.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, some people are just like that. They just morals and all that. They don't give a damn. They want what they want, and I see it probably happened to him young. He came in, he was a shining bright star, didn't have to work for much. They were just offering him stuff, and then he got Mad TV as a young man, and then it never quite became, what it was supposed to be.
Maybe it's Patrice O'Neil-ish. I am a big fan of Patrice O'Neil. Unapologetic, raw, get it to you how you want it.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
One of the greatest to ever do it. The difference is his delivery. Like you said, maybe this was like a setup for that wasn't no joke, man. I mean, you hear, and if you're trying to turn it into something funny, you better do it, because now's the time. Because the way he laid it out is like,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, I cheat on my lady. I don't look. What kid? You know what I'm saying? So
I go out on the road and fuck.
Right.
Bitches.
Patrice O'Neil.
Come back home and ignore the kid.
Right. Patrice O'Neil could have did the same thing. Everybody had been on the floor.
Right. And that's the other thing. You're not. I hate to say that. Who am I? I'm a humble. I'm a humble. Local comedian, but you don't have the chops to be that cocky. It's like Dion's sons.
Right.
It's like, you know,
you got it.
It's not wrong being
you got
super
it.
cocky, but
You got to bag it up.
yeah, you got to back it up. Not saying you can't be with a lot of hard work and whatever it takes and blah blah blah, but currently no, because like you said, we'd have been on the floor.
Yeah,
and just like, yo, that's what you got.
Everybody looking at him now, side eye like,
you don't do your job that good because we ain't laughing.